Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a good one for you today. Let's talk about this XRP Ledger Amendment. We're going to hear from Wietse Nguyen. Then we're going to talk about Flare Networks, institutional buyers, the XRP rich list, and a Ripple patent. The stage is set for an XRP explosion. Let's roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradley above at the top of the screen, and everything that we're talking about here today. We are over $1.2 trillion for a cryptocurrency market cap collectively. Let's slow clap it. That is amazing, ladies and gentlemen, and it's only going to get bigger. And I don't mind saying that, you know, if you think about the early days of the internet as that was coming on and all of those fintech companies that were moving and helping to develop that space of the internet in the early days of that emergence, you have to say we are still well in our infancy when it comes to the cryptocurrency space, because there were tens of trillions of dollars into that space just trying to develop the internet as we know it today. So I think we are very close to a spillover point, a real inflection point where we see this take off. Now, is that obviously being held back by the lack of clarity? Yeah, but I believe we are going to get a unified framework for regulation for cryptocurrency broadly, and it is going to allow everyone to understand the rules on the field, and this space is going to take off. Okay, let's get into this right now. So Bitcoin still over 40,000, 19+% gains on the 7-day. Ethereum at 1,600, 25% gains on the 7-day. XRP is 43 cents, 0.4326, and we are at 36.41% gains on the 7-day as well. Looking right here, we see Fiat Lakes is rolling. It's a nice medium pace this morning. 43.73 is where we're coming in, and we've got some price calls that are really, really exciting, and I think we're about to look at some information, to be honest with you, that really sets the stage for a huge XRP price explosion once that clarity drops. So let's look at it, starting right here with Michael Val 5 links. Crypto asset giant expects to reach $25 billion in Bitcoin under management this year. Yeah. Who's been accumulating and buying the dip? It's New York Digital Investment Group. That's who. And they're not going away, and they don't think Bitcoin is either. And when I see people like NYDIG doing that, and Grayscale, Barry Silbert, and Galaxy Digital all buying in and really, really blowing up the Bitcoin investment funds, I have to say, however it goes, I think Bitcoin and proof of work, generally speaking, will get some serious regulations and restrictions going forward at some point, which will make the whole space healthier, including those assets that are proof of work. But I really do believe it will be here long term, not financial advice. Michael Val 5 links on February 4. Vast Bank revealed they have partnered with highly acclaimed exchange platform Coinbase. The bank made a move to achieve a complete end-to-end digital currency transaction successfully. This is just one more step in the right direction, right? Everything connected to everything. If you're performing payment services, as according to Brian Brooks at his tenure at the OCC, and now looking to see Michael S. Barr, formerly of Ripple, to move into that position, should he be confirmed there, that is going to be amazing to watch this happen, this space unfold like this, because what we're looking at is, if you're making banking payments, according to like Brian Brooks said at the OCC, you know, you are performing banking activities, and that means you need to be a part of that level playing field and get yourself straight up, hooked up into the system, this new payment system that's going to require everybody to do or to operate on a level playing field because you're performing banking activities. This, to me, is huge to see these exchanges hooking to a vast bank. All right, so now going here, delisting activity significantly hampered trading in the XRP market, with the same revealing that XRP volumes worth nearly $58 million were impacted. So the Q4 report from Ripple had stated that the sales were hindered from the SEC lawsuit to about 12%. It looks to be that $58 million is pretty much that real number being affected. Now, I want you to imagine if you had a business that was affected to the tune of $58 million. The $58 million just because of what they're talking about here through XRP volumes. Now, that to me is... it's a dereliction of duty from the SEC. You've heard me say it 100 times. But listen, let's focus on this. I talked about this in my morning video, and I'm mentioning it again because there's some more news to add to this conversation and this narrative. As Ethereum blockchain records a 1 billion transaction and sets records for processing at least 1 million transactions per day since June 2020, we got to remember there are big issues here because look at this. Looks like trouble. This is from EcoSSE CEL1, and this is a real shot. Look at this, $646 gas fee to move $2,331.08 worth of XRP. Are you kidding me? Whoa. Not good. Absolutely bleep off. You think that Ethereum is a good plan, seriously, is some kind of mass hysteria, things where everyone's just buying into the madness because clever people talk it up. And I'll tell you something, there is real issues here. This is unusable right now, and it absolutely is. And I'll tell you something, with that in tune, look who's in the news. It's We'd Say When. This from Michael Val, 5 links. According to the latest highly technical blog post by We'd Say When of XRP Ledger Labs, the Hooks Amendment that is going to empower XRP payments instrument with basic smart contracts functionality is on track to release testnet. Sound like you got trouble coming. Let's take a further look here. We'd Say When says we are well on track for public testnet and the Hooks Amendment. It's two approaches to the XRP and smart contracts. If we go down here, here's what you need to know. XRP and smart contracts, two approaches. Mr. Wynn invited all developers interested in writing hooks to read all his blogs and source code repositories and read MES since public testing is right around the corner. Meanwhile, Flare Networks, another team tasked with the implementation of smart contracts for XRP users, also reported significant progress. Okay, I want you to envision at this moment a candle burning at both ends, and XRP Ledger Labs with We'd Say When is on one end and Flare Networks is on the other end. And they both said, we'll meet you in the middle. And you know what's in the middle is Ethereum's network. And it's probably going to look like a ghost town if these fees don't get under control. Now, we do know that they are trying to, with Ethereum, they are trying to get the fees down. They're trying to move from proof of work to proof of stake. Here's the problem. When they move to Ethereum 2.0, which really could be called Ethereum 3.0, right? But when they move to proof of stake with Ethereum, you have to understand that this is about staking your Ethereum in order to process these transactions, right? Which I believe is going to create even more of a scarcity issue for Ethereum, and it is going to drive the fees even higher. All I can tell you is what we're looking at here is a real screenshot of Ethereum fees, and wow, cowabunga. I mean, I don't see how this is, the idea here is that we move in the smart contract world. Let's just take trade finance, okay? I happen to have background in that. I'm a global importer. I've had products made, developed, and brought over from overseas to the United States. I'm well aware of how the process works. And I can tell you, it is a nightmare to do in its traditional, conventional sense. You know, everything that has to be done, from finding the manufacturer, getting the research and development on a product, getting the quality control on the product, and then getting the actual product shipped, and then having that, all of that bill of lading and everything that needs to be done properly for customs going out of that country and then into the one you're in, or wherever the destination of the product is. Let me tell you something. You tell me at the end of the day that we got this new fancy system we're doing and it's all on the blockchain, right? We put in a smart contract. Well, this don't look too damn smart, because it got me at the end of the day. I'm scratching my head wondering who's the smart one here. All right, that's where we're at. Okay, and that's where we are not going to stay here, because this is not a solution. This is not a remedy. Okay, this is a near miss, is what this is. This says it's a nice idea, but it costs too much, right? So at the end of the day, you see why they are exactly working on the idea of these hooks amendment that allow smart contract functionality to empower XRP payment instruments with basic smart contract functionality is on track to release the testnet. And you see why Flare Networks has been hustling to create that two-way bridge between the XRP Ledger and the smart contracts of Ethereum using the Ethereum virtual machine. And with the Spark Flare token, it appears to me, as we talked about with Hugo and Mickey B. Fresh on this show, you have a scenario set up where you could see literally where in the future, you could literally gut the Ethereum network. Because when you can cut costs for people, I don't care. You can tell them, look, you can keep your ERC20 token. And now you can do a smart contract through Flare and back off of the bridge off of XRP, and you could go right around these gas fees, as I understand it. We will look for more information as we go. Now, this is a real source of understanding what is happening while the price itself is sitting at what, 43.83, almost back at 44 cents this morning, and we've been ranging between 42 and 46 cents. So looking at that, then we say XRP global trading volume soared a whopping 299% in the fourth quarter, $148.15 billion. Come on in. Yeah. You know, this to me points to why the price may in fact be in the 40-cent range. And it really is exciting to me, because I feel like at some point, as markets do, they have to take a breath at some point. And when we've seen the market take a breath on XRP at this point, it's pulled back to the 38-cent range in that area and not back to the 24, 27, 28-cent range. That to me is extremely interesting. And that's something I think we want to pay attention to. You know, when we're in a bull market, not just a bull run, but a bull market is when we want to see higher highs and higher lows. And right now, I think that's what we're saying at this point is we're seeing higher lows. You know, we had the 73-cent push, and then it took a breath, came back to 38, and then we pushed up again. I think we broke 50 cent. Now we're here dancing around in the 40-some cent range, wondering where we're going to land. And at the end of the day, this is what I say to you. You know, if we don't get back down in that 20 cent range, 25 cent range, someone's buying up XRP without us even knowing it. And we clearly know that 12% or 58 million has been damaged from trade in the SEC lawsuit, mostly the U.S. residents. So you have to say to yourself, with a 300% increase in Q4 for institutional buying, I think we know who's buying. Right? And I think we know why the price is where it is if it doesn't return back. So now moving on, we want to keep a look at this. This is the XRP rich list, and the XRP rich list is up here today because of that 300% increase that I just talked about. And the fact of the matter is the most, or the biggest wallets, I should say, not the most, but the biggest wallets on the XRP rich list are not getting smaller. Say it isn't so. You know, I've been saying on this channel, and it's not financial advice, but I've been stacking my pennies next to their dollars. And it's exactly what I've been doing with any investment that I make. in any area of industry. But specifically pointing to XRP here, this is one of the things that I pay attention to. I don't see the largest wallet holders dumping. Why in the hell would I? So then there's news of this Ripple patent that came to me, courtesy of Crypto Life. Thank you, my friend. And I have to say, you know, this is pretty interesting because this is filed originally December 19, 2019, and then it looks like also filed again on February 24th or February 21st, 2020. And here we have all the names of the patent. I'm not going to run through them. This one particular doesn't seem to involve Bob Way. However, it reminds me a lot of a patent that Bob Way has with Ripple. And this really talks about the idea of computing systems of exchanges which implement conversions between a home value medium and a digital currency on one or more processors. A memory storing instructions when executed by one or more processors, causing the computing systems to receive over the one or more networks a transaction request from a sending client. The transaction request indicating original value amount in the originating value medium and destination value medium. And receiving client receive or over one or more networks a transaction request from a sending client, the transaction request indicating an original value amount in the originating value of medium, it goes on and on. So if you look at this and you go down into it, what this appears to be is the ability to, and I'm not good at this stuff, so if anybody else has a better understanding of this, please share it in the comments. But this does appear to lay out the ability to communicate and interface over one or more networks to execute a transaction. Now, that to me is exciting because this to me lends into the idea, the first thing I start thinking about is liquidity pools, right? And the ability to source a transaction for, let's say, a big over-the-counter purchase, let's say, for a big client that wants to purchase a lot. But instead of draining it from one particular source, they could actually go across one or more networks to source that one transaction and send it back to the original receiver. So it's exciting stuff that's happening when you factor in, you know, all of the patents that Ripple has, including this one here. I see a hard push forward. I really do. And it makes sense that they would be doing this while they try to calm what they refer to at Ripple as the noise in the market, which is the concert t-shirt wearing people like you and I, the retail investor. Don't take it personally. Understand what you hold and understand who it's supposed to serve, and where the real utility and volume for price action will come from is sophisticated financial institutions, not you and I. All right, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And who knows, just after we get this lawsuit issue out of the way, which I believe has got to get settled sooner rather than later, because the whole market is affected here, not just Ripple, the whole market and all the customers in and outside of the United States as well that are connected with Ripple and XRP. And when we get that clarity and you see the progress happen with these XRP Ledger amendments for smart contracts and the continuation of Flare Network's work to continue to strengthen that bridge between the XRP Ledger and the Ethereum network as well, you could see that network becoming a ghost town. And who knows, maybe we end up seeing that price call from Crypto Bull 2020 for a $15 price for XRP sometime this year, just looking at the 48-bar overlay from the past history on the charts to now, and even $105 XRP if the trend continues. That's going to do it for me. Hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and share with somebody you know. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and make sure you check out the links in the description box and the comment section. And remember, Pure VPN is one of the many different layers of security that I use for my protection online, and it is a really great service, and I've been very happy with it. Make sure you check that out as well. I'll catch all of you on the next one.